this video, I want to share 5 things that I love about the Honda XR650L. Hi, I'm Francois from adventurebiketroop.com, where we talk about bike riding, maintenance, travel tips and more. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, and for any links you can check the description below. Now this video, I want to chat about the 5 things that I love about the Honda XR650L. I recently got this bike about a week ago. I've been out a couple of times on short rides, not much, and I just want to share 5 things that I immediately love about this bike. Now the first thing that I noticed immediately as I pulled it off the trailer when the guy dropped it off is how light this bike is. Now I know compared to the other 650s, this bike is one of the lightest, if not the lightest, at about 348 pounds. It's less than 350 pounds weight. Now I had a couple of KLRs, a BMW 650, I've had a DR 750, an XT500. Now this bike immediately felt a lot lighter than the KLR. The KLR never felt heavy. Compared to the BMs, it was easier to pick up and it felt lighter. Now this bike, you can feel it's 70 pounds lighter. Pushing it around, turning it around is much easier, and it's a tall bike. It's taller than the other 650 bikes, but it just feels light. Now the second thing that I love about this bike is how tall it is. The seat height is a bit tall for me. I sometimes struggle to put my feet on the ground. I have to tiptoe, and making a U-turn can be a bit tricky. I'm about 6'1", so at 37 inches, that's the same as the KTM 640 Adventure, the 2 tallest 650s in the class. But the ground clearance is just phenomenal. I mean, this is a school ruler, about a foot. I think it's 13 inches, more than a foot. That's taller than the KTM. It's the tallest in the class. I mean, the average 650 dual sport is less than 10 inches. And I mean, going over rocks, stumps, tree roots, you just don't have to worry about hitting something. And I mean, I think I can actually crawl under here. Let's see. Oh, that's insane. How many dual sports can you do that with without even touching the frame? Much less throwing it over. Oh, that's just insane. I love this thing. And that brings me to the third thing, which is probably not the best. Now the third thing that I love about the Honda XR650L is how off-road orientated it is. I mean, it looks like a big dirt bike. That's what people call it. And now standing next to it and getting onto it, it just does feel like a dirt bike. Now, I don't have any dirt bike experience. I've owned dual sports before. But it does make you feel confident enough to do stupid things. So I'm going to ride up here. I'm just first going to try to walk up here, but I'm going to put my helmet on first. Now it is potentially a stupid thing to go up here, but the bike just inspires so much confidence that I just have to try it. So if I do fall over, I'm just going to bail out, so at least we'll capture it on camera. But let's see what happens. That's madness. Yeah, after a day with this bike, a day or two, I really feel confident to go up places where I really would never have gone with my KLR. Oh. The fourth thing that I love about the Honda XR650L is how simple this bike is. I mean, it's got a simple slide carburetor, there's no electronics whatsoever. There's just nothing that can go wrong. And if it does, it's easy to fix. That is what you want when you go far off into the unknown. A simple bike. Now the fifth thing that I love about the Big Red Pig is that it's been around since 1993. I mean, that's about 3 decades worth of know-how, aftermarket goodies you can get, cheap home mods. It's just been proven, and it never changed, almost never changed, apart from going from white and blue to mostly red and a little bit of white. I mean, that is what you want in an adventure bike or a dual sport bike. I just love the simplicity and the fact that it's been around so long, and it's tried and tested. Thank you for joining me on this week of adventurebiketroop.com, and we'll see you next week. Please consider subscribing. Cheerio.